A comprehensive overview of vitamin K2. Menaquinone, often known as vitamin K2, is a fat-soluble vitamin that is essential for a number of bodily physiological processes. Vitamin K2 has distinct roles in bone health, cardiovascular health, and other crucial biological processes, in contrast to its counterpart, vitamin K1, which is largely engaged in blood clotting. We shall examine the relevance of vitamin K2 in this article, as well as its sources, uses, potential health advantages, and suggested daily consumption. Sources of vitamin K2. Animal products and fermented foods are the main natural food sources of vitamin K2. The main food sources of vitamin K2 are as follows. Organ meats, such liver and kidney, are very high in vitamin K2. Egg yolks, butter, cheese, and meat are additional supplies made from animals. Foods that have been fermented. A few fermented foods contain microorganisms that create vitamin K2 as they ferment. These consist various cheeses like brie and gouda as well as natto, a classic Japanese delicacy made from fermented soybeans. The body uses vitamin K2 for a variety of processes, including the following. Vitamin K2 activates a class of proteins known as vitamin K-dependent proteins, which include osteocalcin and matrix GLA protein, MGP, which are calcium-binding proteins. These proteins are essential for maintaining adequate bone mineralization, controlling calcium metabolism, and avoiding calcium accumulation in soft tissues like arteries and joints. Promoting bone health. Vitamin K2 aids in the assimilation of calcium into the bone matrix, enhancing bone density and toughness by activating osteocalcin. Low levels of vitamin K2 have been linked to a lower incidence of fractures and osteoporosis. Cardiovascular health. Matrix GLA protein, MGP, which is activated by vitamin K2, aids in preventing the hardening of arteries. Vitamin K, the 2nd of May, help to preserve cardiovascular health and lower the risk of heart disease by avoiding arterial calcification. Supporting dental health. According to recent studies, vitamin K, the 2nd of May, help to maintain good oral health. It might promote ideal tooth mineralization and guard against tooth decay. Potential cancer prevention. Some research has suggested that consuming more vitamin K, the 2nd of May, lower one's risk of developing some cancers, such as prostate, lung, and liver cancer. However, further investigation is required to make a firm connection. The recommended dietary intake of vitamin K2 has not been well investigated, therefore particular recommendations may differ. However, conventional guidelines indicate a daily intake of about 45 to 180 micrograms, mcg. It is crucial to remember that the body's capacity to absorb and use vitamin K2 might change depending on things like age, genetics, and general health. Vitamin K2 is usually regarded as safe for the majority of people when eaten from food sources. A healthcare practitioner should be consulted before beginning any new regimen, especially for people with underlying medical conditions or those using drugs that may interact with vitamin K2. This is true for supplements as well as dietary changes. In summary, vitamin K2 is an essential component that supports many facets of human health. Its functions go beyond blood clotting, including potential cancer prevention as well as bone and cardiovascular health promotion. While further investigation is required to fully comprehend its methods and advantages, including foods high in vitamin K2 in a balanced diet can improve general well-being. Remember that a balanced diet should contain a variety of nutrients, and that vitamin K2 is particularly important for maintaining our well-being. Blood coagulation, heart health, and bone health are all things that vitamin K, the 2nd of May, help with. With the usual Western diet, you might not ingest items high in vitamin K2 very frequently. The majority of individuals are unaware about vitamin K2. The Western diet rarely contains this vitamin, and it hasn't garnered much media attention. But this potent nutrient is important for many areas of your health. In fact, some believe that vitamin K, the 2nd of May, be the vital piece in the puzzle connecting food to a number of chronic diseases. Vitamin K. What is it? Blood coagulation, which is the medical term for blood clotting, was first recognized as requiring vitamin K in 1929. The original discovery was published in a scholarly journal in Germany under the name Coagulationsvitamin. The K in vitamin K originates from their 1. Weston Price, a dentist who traveled the globe in the early 20th century researching the link between diet and disease in various populations, made a similar discovery. He discovered that the non-industrial diets were rich in an undiscovered vitamin that appeared to offer defense against chronic disease and tooth decay. He called this unidentified nutrient activator X. Now, vitamin K2 is thought to have been the culprit. 1. Vitamin K comes in two major forms. Leafy greens and other plant foods contain vitamin K1, phylloquinone. Animal products and fermented meals include vitamin K2, menaquinone, two trusted source. Further categorization of vitamin K2 results in numerous subgroups. The two that are most significant are MK4 and MK7. Summary. The first use of vitamin K as a nutrition was to aid with blood coagulation. K1, found in plant foods, and K2, found in animal and fermented foods, are the two types. How do K1 and K2 vitamins function? Proteins involved in calcium metabolism, blood clotting, and heart function are activated by vitamin K. Controlling calcium deposition is one of its most crucial roles. In other words, it encourages bone calcification while inhibiting kidney and blood vascular calcification. 3. Trusted source. Vitamins K1 and K2 play quite different roles, according to some scientists, and many believe they should be categorized as separate nutrients entirely. Researchers have also noted that vitamin K2 supplements often enhance bone and heart health, although vitamin K1 has no appreciable advantages in controlled human investigations. 4. Trusted source. Before the functional variations between vitamins K1 and K2 can be fully appreciated, more human research are required. Synopsis. Vitamin K is important for bone, heart, and blood clotting health. Strong evidence links increased vitamin K2 intake to a lower risk of heart disease. Vitamin K1 seems to be inefficient or less beneficial. Studies show that vitamin K may help prevent osteoporosis and fractures since it is crucial for bone metabolism. Although human studies demonstrating the advantages of supplements in this area are currently insufficient, it is thought that vitamin K may be essential for tooth health. How to get the necessary vitamin K2. Vitamin K1 is abundant in a number of generally accessible foods, but vitamin K2 is less prevalent. Vitamin K1 can partially be converted to K2 by your body. This is helpful because vitamin K1 is present in diets on average in 10 times the level of vitamin K2 does. However, the evidence we currently have suggests that the conversion process is ineffective. As a result, using vitamin K2 directly may be significantly more advantageous. Your big intestine's flora also created vitamin K2. Broad-spectrum antibiotics may be a factor in K2 insufficiency, according to some evidence. 21. However, the typical consumption of this crucial component in the modern diet is shockingly low. Most individuals don't consume many fermented or animal foods, which are where most of the vitamin K2 is located. High-fat dairy products from grass-fed cows, egg yolks, liver, and other organ meats are examples of rich animal sources. 22. Trusted source. Since vitamin K is fat-soluble, it is not found in large quantities in low-fat and lean animal sources. The MK4 subtype is found in animal products, while the lengthier subtypes, MK5 through MK14, are more prevalent in fermented foods including sauerkraut, natto, and miso. 23. If you can't get certain foods, taking supplements is a good backup plan. Amazon has a variety of K2 supplements available. When used with a vitamin D supplement, the advantages of K2 supplementation can be increased even further. These two vitamins may complement one another because of their synergistic effects. 24. Trusted source. Current study on vitamin K2 in health is encouraging, but further research is required. In reality, it may have ramifications that save many people's lives. Synopsis. Fermented foods like sauerkraut, egg yolk, liver, and high-fat dairy products can all provide you with vitamin K2.